Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Martin Pavey here. Welcome back to the channel. I am greeting you from the very beautiful Wellington's Monument right up here on the top of the moors just above the village that I live in. I've just been on I've still got a bit of a way to go. I've been on an epic walk all the way out into basically what is Yorkshire, because where I live is right at the very top of Derbyshire in the Peak District. And it turns into Yorkshire very quickly, and then on into Sheffield and various places. And the countryside around here is absolutely magical, so I wanted to capture it for you. But as I was walking up the hill out of the village, there are various routes you can use to get here, but I decided to use the one that goes along the main road and then curving round and then into this greenery and this abundance, all the beautiful trees and the benches, and just lovely. And what I was reflecting on as I was doing that was learning to trust yourself. It's very important that you like and subscribe and share to spread this particularly important message. When I think back on all of my past relationships, friendships, men that I've been involved with, family, all different people, one of the things that I've realized is that I've always bowed down to other people and gone along with the way that they wanted to do things. And I'll be honest, a lot of it was out of avoidance of being criticized and people arguing, and I wanted to be at peace. I was a peacemaker for that reason. But you always end up paying the price for it in the long run. And I think part of the reason that people are people pleasers, this is something that kind of came to me, I was thinking about this, that it's easy to go along with other people if you don't know exactly what it is that you want to do. Or the reason I'm recording this video on trusting yourself is because you don't necessarily value yourself particularly highly, and you feel bad for wanting what you want. I mean, a lot of people do. And one really is a crucial lesson to learn, and something again to actually put into practice, is that it's okay for you to want what you want, to like what you like, to live your way, as long as you're not deliberately going out to hurt people. And the truth is that I've talked about this a few times recently, this idea of not wanting to hurt people, but the thing is, you're going to piss people off. you just are. You're going to rub up against people the wrong way because they will want different things. And even if you don't necessarily share common interests with people, the ability to be able to live life differently and make different choices, as long as people are respectful and will work with you, even if you don't necessarily share the same worldview or the same interests or the same or different same way of doing things. One of the things that I was thinking about, I've been getting out into nature, it really allows your brain to coalesce all the different things that are going on in there. There's a lot of chaos a huge amount of chaos, universes of chaos. And when I was with my ex-boyfriend, I've not talked about him for a while, but this is something that he did a lot, was this, what I described as death by 1,000 cuts, of constantly saying, oh, what's wrong with doing it this way? In other words, what's wrong with, why aren't you doing it the way that I want you to do it? And it was constant, it was relentless. And one of the things that I actually found happening was, as I got further and further out into nature, because basically I was walking along roads, but there were no cars and no people, and I suddenly found myself sort of feeling violently angry almost, that I just thought, oh, for fuck's sake, just leave me alone. I found myself doing that to exercise the demons. And when you allow yourself just to express that frustration and anger, it's, oh, fuck off and just leave me alone, and I'm going to live my life. Let me live my life. Always asking permission. I think this is a big part about trusting yourself, that you don't need other people's permission to live your life. let people get on with what they need to get on with, right? It's up to them to trust themselves. And if they don't want to, fine, that's their decision. But always trust yourself that you're making decisions for yourself that work for you. And I think this is where a lot of the frustration in relationships comes from, because everybody secretly deep down thinks and wants other people to behave in a way that just goes along with whatever they want to do. Everybody has in their mind, oh, wouldn't it just be so much easier if people just agreed with me? How easy that would be. And you've got to accept that everybody underneath, no matter how polite or respectful people are, everybody has this thought in one way, shape or form at some point, if not throughout their entire lives. But obviously we have to be more sophisticated than that, people, because there are a lot of us in the world. There are so many people, so many different ways of doing things that you have to learn. You have to learn how to get on with people. And, you know, I have found that exercising these demons and just being honest about how I feel, it's very cathartic and it's therapeutic. But listening to other people, you can gain a lot of wisdom by just seeing how desperately people are trying to make it through life. And if you can be a still small voice of calm in the chaos, if you can maintain your composure and start to trust yourself more, be more resilient, be more confident in what it is that you actually want to do, then that can affect change in other people. Because I've encountered a huge amount of criticism from people, and really genuinely judgmental people. And I think and a lot of people have leveled, this is something else that came to me actually, I've not thought about for a while, but a sort of insult, a comment that people have made at me a lot, basically when I've disagreed with them, is, oh Martin, you just like to do things the opposite of everybody, you just like to do things differently. It's like, no, I just don't agree with the way that you're doing things. I'm going to do things my way. And not only does that make people feel threatened somehow because you're going against the crowd, but also what it does, it highlights the fact to that person, because everybody's thinking about life from their own perspective. It highlights to them that, oh, actually, maybe I could be living my life differently. Maybe my life could be better, but they don't feel capable of doing it. Very, very powerful to understanding what motivates people, and fear motivates most people, and quite a lot of resentment. People don't like you behaving in a different way, because a lot of people are stuck. I've started to see this a lot, that people are trapped in the same routines. They behave in a way that suggests they're not happy with it. And so rather than tackle that for themselves, their own life, they will criticize and they will judge and they will make throwaway comments. And people, oh, well, the thing is, Martin, they can't all be wrong. And so, well, no, all the people making that comment at me, they're not wrong. But are they happy? Are they satisfied? Are they peaceful in the flow of life? And when you're constantly being criticized by other people, well, you know that critical people are not happy people. They're not satisfied with their own lives. And so, again, let them do what they need to do. Start to trust yourself. Start to value yourself. Start to like what you like. And at the end of the day, when you've done the work that you need to do to move you towards your dream state, congratulate yourself, be happy and satisfied that you have had a good day. That's what I want for you. Thank you very much for listening. Martin Pavey here. Please do like and subscribe and share to spread this very, very important message. And I look forward to sharing another video with you tomorrow. Goodbye from glorious Derbyshire.